Hello, gamers and geeks, and welcome to another TTRPG session. We are playing Fall of Misra today, and we're on the 35th episode. And last time the players were doing some stuff. We'll go into that in a second, but first, if you like this sort of content, like and subscribe. Click the little bell to make sure you get more stuff like this. If you haven't done that already, or why not, you should just do it. Do it now.
Yes, do it. Right now.
Do it.
We will give you a cookie if you do it.
Would the players like to introduce us to their characters, please?
Not it.
All right. I'm Frank Swiftwing. I'm a Owlin with Dampier features, samurai fighter, dragon monk, and isn't quite sure of how to help sometimes when most people don't need someone to, put something on a high shelf.
All right.
Because pure martial can't exactly do magic shit.
I understand. Alrighty.
Yeah, and as someone who would probably need help getting stuff on those high shelves, I am playing Ditchahalis, the pure warlock, the pure warlock, who maybe has messed up the world to other people, but not. He's enjoying himself.
He's enjoying himself. He's having fun. Okay. And who else? I believe there's... Okay. So, Samira, played by Spartan, won't be here today because called away by family stuff, unfortunately. But Abdal and Regulus Creed. Would one of you like to speak up?
Sure. I am Regulus Creed. I am an Azamard. Azamard, sorcerer, warlock. Currently just enjoying the vibe.
Indeed. Just vibing. Alright. And last but not least, Abdal.
Hello. I play Ubdao, the bard, cleric, winged tiefling, who currently is not vibing but is probably stressing a little bit.
And why is that?
Because dragon friend depressed, and angel boy person here, and Ubdal probably taught to be cautious of them. This one seems nice, which is weird because Ubdal was probably told they were evil. He will hopefully be vibing later.
Very well.
Yeah, would line up.
Okay. So, where did we leave off last time? What happened last time we played?
Did you remember? Maybe you did, maybe you did not.
Did you recall?
Did you recall it? He might not have, but player sure has.
Go for it.
Yeah.
We started off with Rom appearing at the temple. Apparently it had been 4 years for him. He was looking a bit dishevelled. Because as he returned from the Feywild. Or that mysterious portal he went through. Ubdal then messaged Tilbas to say, oh yeah, we've got the spell to heal your dead husband. We'll come over now if you want.
Come over and have a laugh and a few drinks.
Yeah. We'll come over only if you give free drinks. Yeah, and there was a bit of worm-related nonsense. You can't. Bit of eldritch worm-related nonsense, being annoying. And we, after we'd done everything with the worms, like squished them, collected worm goop, as Tommy did. Then we headed over to to Tilbas.
Tilbas rescued you.
Actually, no, yeah. Before that, our robot friend came out like with his phylactery glowing a lot. Party like destroyed the core, and then this kind of exploded, and the new character Regulus appeared in his head, in his dead. Words aren't wording. It's
in his
far
place.
too hot here.
In his place. Yes, it is hot.
Yes.
It's ridiculously hot. Yeah, where the Warforged had been standing, where the Harvester had been standing, rather, there is now an Angelkin, an Asimar. Yes.
An Asimar. It was rocky impressions, to say the least. It was rocky first impressions, to say the least. After the party just like did stuff, and the party did some stuff. Went words. We went to Tilbas. We introduced Regulus to him. Some of the people did, like, some people meditated, some people babysat. That was Brom babysitting Ditcher. Some people were supporting the resurrection. Tilbas took a Regulus and up down the tunnels to where the body of Anno, where the body of Anno was being protected by gentle repose. And Abdal tried to heal them. They got the sense that there was no like soul present, but the body was resurrecting.
Yep, something was animating it.
Something was animating it. And there are a few worms on the floor, but I'm sure with a few worms nearby.
Completely unrelated, obviously.
Yeah. With one of them coming out of Abdal's shirt. Then they rolled initiative to defeat the creature that
the worm infested animated corpse. Yes.
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 The party heard the commotion and saw people running towards the commotion. Tried to run down the winding corridors.
Tried to get there in time and didn't.
Yeah.
Because, the place is a labyrinth. On purpose.
Tripping a few traps, getting caught by a few angry rugs.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. The group. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, the group of Abdal, Abdal Regulus and Tilbas managed to defeat the thing. And it left only the flesh-eaten skull and bones, and a very sad, crying dragon.
Yeah, pretty much all the flesh turned into worms and crawled away. Or tried to, but you defeated them too. They did leave a death... Yeah, so there's a death mask and a skeleton, and that's about it.
Eventually, people tried to leave the tunnels. Obstacles happened, as I said. And Tilbas eventually escorted us all out and saying, I'm just going to be sad for a while.
I'm just going to need some time. Alone. Yeah.
And then we returned to the temple.
Yeah.
So if I remember right, Frank did kind of get pissed off at Deca for essentially this bullshit.
Oh yeah, that happened there as well.
But thankfully, cooler heads prevailed.
Yep. So you all went back to the temple and decided, well, there's already people on their way. We should probably figure out exactly what the religion is if we're going to have worshippers show up. right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you spent some time then figuring out together what your new religion's creed was going to be, what sort of rituals you were going to have, prayers, etc. Right?
Of course, Frank is fairly useless at this because never really was a religious guy in the past.
Yeah, your religion's kind of low, but you got good insight. Maybe you would be able to figure out what would resonate with people.
Yeah.
Ditcher knows a little about religion, but more about persuasion and performance, so...
And deception.
Yes. Regulus also is pretty good at persuasion and religion. And insight. And Ubdal, also an expert on persuasion and insight. So, yeah, between the group of you, you could probably come up with a fairly manipulative cult.
It is not a cult. It is a commune. Yes.
It's
Well,
it's a self-help commune.
It's a collective. Yes.
It's a
Yes.
yoga retreat.
Yeah, and of course, the phrase of that, Frank is fucking lost. Like, it's like, okay, now what are you on about with that?
Let's not get confused.
Ubdal pats him on the head. It's okay. You don't need to know.
I'm not trying to be dumb. It's
Regular says it's an MLM.
Well, if you truly want to know, like, what the game plan for getting people interested in, you need to first get them to think they're special and strong.
Yes.
Also, supply them with like supply them with what they need. For example, this will be food and shelter mostly. That's what we can immediately provide.
Yes. It also helps if you teach them not to trust anybody outside of the religion.
That happens later. First you have to first indoctrinate them with like make them feel happy, make them feel like, oh, I'm so special. You give them everything you need, so then they start trusting you.
And then you start showing distrust in others. Yeah.
Yeah, you start getting them to self-police, and like if someone tries to dissent, start getting them to self-police, like within, start judging everyone who leaves.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done my research.
Aren't we actually trying to help the world or something?
Yes, but the best way. Okay, so I know it sounds weird, but sometimes the best way to impose to get a set of principles to go viral is to start a religion.
Yeah, I'm more playing it off as Frank kind of not getting it as he thought that part of the idea of this whole religion thing was to, help people,
And
not to start a cult.
What is a cult in your words?
To me, it sounds like a kind of contract where you're tricked into everything
It's derived
and taken for everything.
It's derived from the word culture.
It's a group of people who follow a strict set of values.
Yes.
Okay.
But so we need to enforce those values. We need to get people feeling special. We need to get them so they enforce their values as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll be set. And then we can save the world.
All right.
this does not sound like the greatest thing in the world, but we need this so we can increase Pelor's power and hatch colder and spread the sun again.
Yes.
Alright, so
It's all
what?
it's all for the greater good.
Yes,
The greater good.
Mhm.
greater good.
Yeah. Could the ceremonies look like what I do when I trance?
There's many ways you can show tribute to a god. Ubdao points towards the forgers at the side.
Yeah.
For example, Pelor.
Can somebody make an insight check? Or religion. Your choice.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank's gonna roll insight. Yeah, you clicked along.
My insight is plus.
My insight is 9.
You know Paymore. I assume you know Paymore more than us,
Yeah.
Mr. Angelic Man.
Obdal, you would probably suggest that the best way to show deference to Pelor would be to stand, arms outstretched, face up towards the sun,
Yes.
rather than knelt down with your head down.
Ubdao would show that. Well, when it comes to a god like Pelor, god of the sun, you probably want to be putting your arms up, not down.
Oh, okay.
Sun.
I presume not. I presume the whatever would be in the middle of them would not be like a fire.
Well, no, that they would be. They're not worshipping the fire. They're worshipping the sun. So
Yeah, the sun. Okay.
Fair enough.
Anyway, shall we get? We should probably get the place ready. Make sure everything's nice and clean for the visitors.
On it.
Yes.
One thing Frank can do is Frank can do fast.
That's a good choice of gift, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, Frank will, get to work on, cleaning up and, setting the tables and all that.
While you are working on stuff, whether it's discussing what you should do or just tidying the place up, getting ready for guests. That didn't work as intended. Hold on. You see somebody walking around the temple complex in a fancy suit, holding a clipboard, seeming to take notes.
Flies over.
He continues to look at the structure of the temple itself and make notes on his clipboard, completely ignoring you, Obdal.
Flap, flap. Excuse me, what are you doing, sir?
I am making assessments. It seems that you did not acquire the proper permits before beginning construction of this edifice.
Yeah, Frank's going. Oh, sorry.
I'm afraid it'll all have to come down.
Frank would probably stop doing his cleaning, and it's like, permits?
I'm sorry, what?
Frank's like, permits?
Yes.
Like, confused.
You do not have the required permissions to build this structure.
No one mentioned anything about permits. And I'm pretty sure this is unclaimed land.
Shows you what
It
to
isn't.
do.
Isn't most organizing forces partially destroyed?
Insight check on this weird mammal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back you up on that one.
You've seen what he looks like, right? You've seen the image that I shared?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a seal man, but I don't think Ubdal's ever seen a seal before.
The name's Mr. Waddle. And you should have made the proper requests before constructing anything so close to the border. Yeah, this guy is clearly Fey.
Yeah, no, you have no jurisdiction here.
But we do. Our people freely go from here to our own home plane.
Well, put it this way, if you don't allow us to set up here and start preparing for the undead plague that will inevitably come, this could screw you over. You want the sun and sky to come back? We can help with that. But it won't come back if we don't achieve our goals here.
What are you talking about, the sun and sky? The sky is where it has always been. Maybe a bit shadowy to the east, but it's just fine here.
Out of character, wasn't it also covered in ash round here?
No.
Well, there's still going to be an army of undead making their way through here sooner or later. They're hungry and they want to eat people. I doubt they would hesitate to eat folks like you.
Then why haven't you built a fortress, a castle, or something? Or
Because
organize an army?
to fend these guys off, you need some, I don't know how to word this. Can I roll persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Persuasion is a plus 13. D20 plus 13.
Now, I happen to know that you've had dealings with one of the local princes.
Princes?
Yes.
What prince?
He probably didn't give you his name, but he likes to take the form of a bear from now and then.
Oh, wasn't that bear that you helped out on while we were traveling?
The one that wanted the honey.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that.
Yes. Did you consult with him before building this monstrosity?
No, we weren't aware he was a prince.
But you knew that he was a bear who could talk and would probably have some opinion on whether or not you should build this thing right on his doorstep. Yes?
Honestly, I just thought he was a sentient animal.
Poppycock.
That's not too uncommon where I'm from.
Poppycock, I say. Poppycock. Now, you should have come to our people before messing with the Celestials. Blech.
Well, no offense, but this Celestial is going to be super helpful in dealing with future events, number one. Number two...
What makes you think that we wouldn't have been helpful, huh? And what insight do you have on the future?
You got access to Radiant?
We have access to all kinds of things. We are magic incarnate, I will have you know.
Then where were you after the volcano erupted and death was spread everywhere?
Mostly avoiding being imprisoned in find those stones.
At what a different continent.
You brought this upon yourselves.
I'm thinking of adding some devil logic here, but I don't quite know how to word it.
What do you have in mind?
Being Ubdao is devilkin, and he might take the whole thing of deals and stuff seriously. He might rule that he has made legal claim to this land.
Do you have the contract?
The temple itself is the contract.
Well, that's why I'm examining it. Making sure that it's as solid physically as it is legally. And as far as I've seen so far, it is flimsy. It will not hold up in court and must be taken down.
No.
Yes. Or you'll have the Sealy court to deal with.
So, if we wanted to be in code, what codes will we have to follow?
Do you want me to...
First, you should have gone to beseech the prince for permission to build this eden on his doorstep.
Okay, how? We literally don't have the ability to travel to different planes.
You know very well that there is a portal in these very woods.
Last I checked, that one just up and disappeared.
Can I roll for a legal argument?
What's the point you're trying to make?
I own this land, and because we weren't informed of the rules around here, we technically aren't obligated to follow them.
So, okay, you don't actually own the land, though, because you don't have a deed to it. So, deception?
No, but we also weren't told this land was owned by anyone, so we can technically lay claim to it.
I really think that sounds like we're claiming squatters' rights.
It does sound like that, but deception.
Okay, what is my... It's a +8.
That as may be, but unless you have the documentation to prove it.
Okay, where are we meant to put this documentation?
Wherever you keep your legal records, of course. It's not my job to look after your own paperwork.
Hold on, I think I've got paperwork.
Do you?
I mean, Ubdao probably has somewhere... Out of character, I didn't think of it, but Ubdao would probably think to have an area where certain documents are kept.
Hold on.
Yes.
You have a forgery kit. As long as you have access to paper and ink, you can probably rustle up a fairly convincing deed. You just need to have some time to do it, which means you're going to have to blag that you need the documents are elsewhere in a safe place, and you just need a few hours to gather the material. Perhaps he could come back tomorrow and they'll have all the paperwork available.
About this. I'm going to have to go through some of the temple's files, and that's going to take me a little while. Could you come back tomorrow? And I should have the paperwork by then.
Roll persuasion.
Oh.
Come on, you can do this. You got a +13.
Alright, I will roll that and then I'm going to have to answer the bell.
Okay. 19. That is a reasonable request. Very well. I will take what I've got so far back to the Home Office, and I will be here promptly exactly 24 hours from now.
Duly noted.
And with that, he waddles off towards the portal.
What was that? I heard some voices.
Oh,
Who were you talking
Apparently we were in some legal shit.
Who?
With the
Who would
Fae.
be?
With Faye.
Oh,
Apparently we're too close to a portal or something.
that was a solid walk away. What do you mean with
Okay,
too
I'm
close?
back. What did I roll?
You rolled a 19, it was good. So Mr. Waddle agreed that was a reasonable request and is heading back to the Home Office and he will be back promptly 24 hours from now, and then he waddles off. So, and now Ditch has come up and said, what the fuck was all that about?
And Frank explained we're in some legal shit with Faye.
Uh-huh.
Apparently we're too close to a portal?
Magic is weird. Why is magic?
Why is magic?
What do you think we're going to learn?
So basically, what Mr. Waddle seems to be claiming is that because this is border territory, that in order to build something here, you should have requested. You should have asked the Fae first, basically.
So, what? Do we go over to their plane and ask for permission?
Oh, I'm going to forge a document.
Yes. Obdel's going to forge a document.
That does feel easier rather than having to deal with the Fae. I haven't heard much, but I've only heard the stories of them. But they don't seem like a fun lot to be around.
There's certainly
Especially
trouble.
that portal fiasco.
Tricking, I think? I don't know. Apparently, from what I've heard, they're known for tricking people, but I realistically don't know much outside of this plane.
You and me both.
Does Regulus have an opinion on Mr. Waddle and whether or not he can be taken seriously?
No, that was a rather odd little fellow.
Maybe I
think
could offer
Let's
a
talk about legal business is just...
Maybe
So,
adding a section that can be dedicated to the Fae might sweeten the deal a bit.
shouldn't we go and just
Anyway,
do
I'm
what
going to
the
pop
book
off
is?
and forge that document. I'll leave you guys to it.
Alright.
So, I would like Obdal to make a d20 plus 13 roll.
I'm considering asking someone to help me so I have advantage.
Who's
My
gonna
rolls have
help? I don't think
I wouldn't
anybody.
mind helping. I know how to persuade. I know I could help you bullshit. I could help you bullshit something.
Okay, so Obdal's going to use their skills at forgery, and Ditch is going to help make the language more convincing. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it sounds right.
Okay. So Obdal, go ahead and do your d20 plus 13 with advantage. 17. Yeah, it'll pass. You hope. So it's taken a few hours, but you have created a document that looks like an official deed of ownership to the land. Do you also want to try and create a document that seems to give permission to construct the temple.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember the bear's name?
No.
Like, which one was it? Giants or pixies? No.
The random bear that was after honey.
Yeah, it's pre-hunt.
Okay. Ditcher, was that for the permission to build?
Yeah, that was. I
Okay.
rolled a 30 for that.
Yes, you did. Both of them?
Who's both of them? Oh.
Okay. But anyway, it occurs to Obdal that even though they can't remember the name, they can't remember even asking his name. That it would seem just the right kind of whimsical if they had signed this document with a bear print.
Yeah.
So you produce at the bottom of the document a rather convincing ink print that looks like a bear pushed their paw onto the bottom of the page. It's in fact, it's so big that it covers a good quarter of the page.
Hence why I rolled a 17. That's totally the reason why.
No, that you rolled a 32 for that. But anyway, so you have what you hope would be a convincing deed and a very official looking permit that would allow you to build the temple. Now, Waddle's waddled off. You've got another maybe 19 hours before he shows up again. That did take you a little while.
And I tried perfecting the thingy for the temple.
You get, well, the permit or the deed?
The permit for the temple.
The permit for the temple, you got a 32. That's immaculate.
I mean the deed.
The deed. All right. Try again to make a deed that would pass muster. So you throw that one away, and this time it's perfect. Flawless.
So, am I the only one that wondering why we're not just trying to go through official channels, or is it just easier just to lie here?
Easier to lie. You don't want to be careful with the fae.
Besides, go on.
Out of character, didn't Brom do the thing with the fae?
Yeah, Brom got pulled in.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, we could kind of say that there's some sort of union?
Alliance, maybe?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
You have no idea what Brom did in the Feywild, and he's not talking about it. You just know he was gone a while. Or at least...
He went...
from his perspective, he was gone a while. For you, it wasn't so much.
Oh, wait, have you actually seen the guy? He seems as wandered off again.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
No, we cannot call him Prince D's nuts.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm immediately vetoing that one.
Opdal is legal owner in his contract because it is his temple. Yeah. So, yeah. So do you want to go back to working on the nuts and bolts of how the religion works? Or
Yeah.
is there something else you want to do? Like long rest, for example?
I don't mind long
Yeah.
rest. But first,
Yeah, I could do a long rest.
have we not done that already? No, we just got back to the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been working on stuff. Nap time.
Yeah.
Alright. So how do you want to do this?
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I vote for long rest.
Alright.
I am rather tired.
Okay. You go sleep, and as night falls and darkness settles over the temple complex, all is well. You're all sleeping. And something tells you that you're not alone. You get the creepy feeling that there's something else in the temple with you.
Looks.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, Frank's gonna probably look as well.
Perception. Perception.
Would it be dark in the, would it be dark, like in the rooms?
And this where you're sleeping, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I suppose if you want, you can get up and light a candle.
Yeah, it looks like it's a +6.
Frank would be the first to notice that the shadows seem darker in one upper corner of the room. Regulus, you cast light, and it does not seem to be able to brighten the darkness in that corner.
Yeah, Frank's gonna light up his fists. It's like,
roll initiative.
okay, who the hells are you?
Who the hell's are you?
You know, because hell would be, our version of it, and, hells, because there's like multiple hells, and
Yeah, okay.
By the gods, rather than of God.
Okay. Would. There we go. Perfect. So Regulus goes first. Reg got a 19. Followed by Frank. Good old Reggie. And Obdal. And then Ditcha. And the mysterious visitor got a 4.
Do you have a picture of the mysterious visitor?
At the moment, you can't see anything except shadow. Just darkness.
so whatever you're doing, it's resisting magic.
Would Ditcher recognize anything about this mysterious figure?
No.
Cool.
Regulus, what do you want to do?
I will cast Aura Vitality. And then I will stand in a position where I am close enough to everybody.
Poop. Okay, hold on.
And that's it.
Ruby 1. Mr. Grinch. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I actually went to the exact same page.
Love Wikidot.
Healing energy radiates from you in a 30-foot radius until the spell ends. The aura moves with you. Send it on you. You can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura to regain 2d6 hit points. Okay. Nobody's lost any HP yet. Anything else you want to do, Regulus?
That's it.
Okie dokie. And Frank, you already fired up your fists. What are you gonna do?
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and swing.
You're gonna fly up to the dark corner and start punching?
Yeah. And because I'm within 10 feet, I can hit without a disadvantage because of blind fighting style.
Yeah, but you have blind sight within 10 feet. So, when you get within 10 feet of the source of the darkness, this is what you're going to see.
Surely blind sight you don't see.
This is what you're going to sense, then. This is what you're going to be. This is the creature you become aware of.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to pop a flurry of blows as well.
Go on then.
Right, plus 9.
Ooh, nice flurrying. All of those hit. How much damage do you do?
That would be 48. 46, yeah. Because my flurry of blows haven't upgraded yet.
4d6 plus 16?
Yeah, plus 4. Yeah, plus 4 to each one, so yeah.
16.
Yeah, 16.
$29 points of damage.
And that being in radiant damage.
And it's radiant, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So as the punches make contact, you see flashes of bright light that, because they're magical, penetrate the darkening, and you all see flashes of this creature getting it fucking face pummeled.
We're probably hearing Frank shout, Get the fuck out of our house!
Ubdal, what do you want to do?
Ubdal, it looks vaguely devilish, but I get the feeling it's not devil, or is it demon?
It's the other team. In fact, you've got with your passive Arcana of 15, you'd recognize this thing as a Nabasu. These demons are even hated by other demons because they have a nasty tendency to devour souls.
Oh, fuck.
Dell is going to Spirit Guardian's horse charge.
Sorry, what?
Back of horse. Or I can just fly by Spirit
I was going to
Guardian.
say fly, because it's up in the air. It's near the top. It's in the top corner of the room. Fly. Okay.
Spirit Guardians.
So you're just going to swoop within 15 feet of the thing?
Yes.
Okay. And you can choose who gets affected by it, right?
Yes. None of my party members.
21! Woo! Woo!
No.
It succeeds, but it still takes the ouchies.
Takes half. So that would be 7.
And Ubdal's just going to go in Infernal because he doesn't know Abyss, so hoping this guy will understand. F off, you little pest. I'm guessing Ubdal forgot to shield the temple against fiends.
Well, even if you did, it somehow managed to work its way in. Some shit's going down. So, somebody's up to something. Ditcher.
Ditcher is gonna make it so he's not gonna hit anyone, and then he's gonna Eldritch Blast. So he'll likely get below the creature.
Okay. So you're gonna send
then
those
Eldritch
rays,
Blast.
send those
Like
rays
straight
right up under it.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Would I get any bludgeoning because it's being pushed against the wall?
We'll get to that if you hit. And only one of those hits.
That is. Right, no, that should be +3. That should be +9.
So an additional +3.
15,
So
no,
it's
16.
still only one hit.
Okay.
So you do a D10 plus.
D10 +4.
Because I'm assuming you have agonizing blast. Yes, you do.
I do. 11 damage.
11
Sent
damage.
10 feet.
Given that
Minus
it's
10 feet.
given that it was only if you'd managed to like knock it 30, then yeah, there would be a harder impact. But yeah,
Got it.
I'd give you a bonus for that. But it's now the Nabasu's turn, and it is going to stare right into Frank's eyes. Could you make a charisma saving throw, please?
One of my weak points.
Fourteen. DC was 16, so you take 2d12.
Did you get back off full HP, or did we? Was this interrupted?
You're back up to full HP. You're fine. Everyone's got full hit points and spell slots. Now, just because it's easier. So you take 13 points of necrotic damage, which also affects your hit point maximum. And the Nabasu regains the same number of HP.
It's still more injured than it got back.
I'm sorry, what?
At least it's more injured than what it got back.
Yeah, it didn't get all of it back. It still hurt. And it's also going to bite and claw at you. Holy shit! I take it 24's hit you, Frank.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that would be... And you're going to find out exactly why the other demons hate these things. $56 points of damage.
Fucking hell.
Necrotic and force.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys, what? Basically, see you from the darkness, basically Frank getting slashed and fucking torn apart. Like, guys, help!
You hear a mocking voice whisper into each of your minds.
Give your souls now and save yourself the pain.
Give ourselves what?
Give your souls now and save yourself the pain. Regulus, it's your turn.
Okay, so what we're going to start off with is we're going to bonus action. So, Frank, I'm going to re-roll that 1. Alright, Frank, you get 10 hit points back.
Woo.
And then, since that's my bonus action for my main action, I'm going to cast... That didn't work out. Well, I see what stuff. There you go.
One action, range touch. One willing creature you touch is protected against, I'm assuming, fiends in this case.
Yep. So I am going to go over to Frank, and I am going to touch him and cast protection from evil and good.
Can you fly?
But, are they both in the air?
They're both in the air.
Only one on ground is Ditcher.
I can fly, just not at the moment.
Wait. That thing was actually flying?
Yes, the Nabasu is flying, yes. That's why you have to fly up to attack it.
Ah. Fair enough.
So what does Regulus want to do?
Let me see. What else can I done?
Wait, you have... Oh no. Wait, this extended spell extends the range, right?
No, extends the time.
Oh, okay. What am I thinking of? Distance.
Or the duration. Distance is the one that increases range, which is something I was going to get later.
You don't have that right now. That's a shame, because you would have been able to use the protection from evil and good from 30 feet away. Oh well.
Yeah, alright. Next best option, I guess. I'm gonna shoot at him. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Only one hit.
That was not good. Don't worry, I got an idea next time. That's it for now.
Your pathetic attempts to worship the Sun God is in direct violation of the will of the Risen Sun Club.
Frank,
Yeah?
what do you want to do?
Let's see here. Well, right now I'm getting my shit pushed in, and if this thing's trying to eat Frank's soul, he already played fast and loose with it once. He ain't playing that game again.
What you gonna do?
Disengage and get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
Because Frank is basically getting the absolute hell kicked out of him.
So you run away.
Yep. So, okay. I don't think any of my tools are going to really do much against this thing.
You have something you can do. You can be moral support.
Obdal, are you asking that in character? Why would we ally with demons?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would we ally with demons?
Because all the problems of the living stem from your mortality. We can remove the curse of mortality, protect you from the horrors of existence.
I can't sell my soul, it's already been sold. Sorry.
It is still within your shell. I
It's all-
shall drink it anyway.
There.
It is your turn, Obdal. Are you just gonna spend your turn talking to it, or you got something else in mind?
I is going to Searing Smite this guy. Wait, is Searing Smite concentration?
Yes.
No, instead I am going to use my special sun sword.
Your sun sword.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, has the roll to hit gone up?
It's yes. It should be a D. Wait, no, because it's a. I don't know. Okay. It's Is it a finesse weapon?
The sun sword, if I recall, wasn't it a
A rapier?
long sword?
If it's a long sword, then it would be a D20 plus 4 to hit, and would do a -1 physical damage. But the way it's written on here, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
I'm
it does
assuming...
have it has finesse property.
Okay, cool. Then yes, it would be a D20 plus 8 to hit.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. It's a D20 plus 10 because it's a +2 weapon.
Okay.
So it's a +10 to hit. And that does not hit, sadly.
Bluff, but still
Well,
takes the Spirit Guardian
You're
out.
still gonna do Spirit Guardians, and that's gonna be, I guess, a 20. So it only takes 8 points of damage.
Dale will mutter, "You're resilient, I'll give you that. I can take my Spirit Guardians pretty well."
You can be strong like us.
Ditcha.
I did not, but I will
Ha.
soon.
Ha.
I know, right?
Ha ha. Ha. You can levitate.
I can levitate, but and then I'm not. You know, I can levitate and then make contact with my skin. I can make skin to skin contact. Probably.
And what does that do?
You gave me poison skin.
This is true. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to actually do a melee attack? Or are you just going to...
I think
Tickles.
levitate is an action, isn't
Okay.
it? But I'm just gonna make contact. It didn't specify I needed attack. It's just on any like physical contact.
Yes, it is an
Yeah,
action.
because levitate
Okay.
is an action.
Where is the...
It's in.
Okay, yeah.
Should be additional features and traits. That's where it is for me.
No.
There you go.
Spell save DC. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait. He's immune to being poisoned. Well, this is how you find out.
Yeah, this is how you find out.
The Nabasu now has another target within melee range. Thank you, did you?
Okay.
So, bite and claw. Ooh, 20 and 20.
Both it. A shocker, I know.
Could you also make a charisma saving throw against his soul-stealing gaze?
I think I'm fine.
That passes. Yeah, so you don't take any damage from his soul-stealing gaze. Your soul remains locked firmly within your corporeal form. And 14, 10 plus 12. But you do get bitten and scratched. 67 points of damage.
Good. There.
Necrotic and force, by the way.
Yeah. That doesn't mind this. I'll do this myself and then mute up.
Sacrifice yourself to me.
Sorry, I'm already taken.
Reggie.
Yep.
Your turn.
Why'd I keep doing that?
Mass cure wounds. Very nice. So 3d8 plus your spell casting. So 3d8 plus 5.
Yep.
Alright. So everybody who is at less than max HP, you regain 23 HP.
I'm not complaining about.
Frank!
I'm going to
Oh, sorry.
bonus action.
Go for it. Bonus action what?
Going to wait. No, wait. This is supposed to be 2d6, I believe. Yep. Yeah. No, I have to reroll that.
What you trying to do?
I still have my aura up. Right. That's better.
Oh. Okay.
We'll spend a sorcery point to reroll the 1. Okay, 10. Ditcher, you get an additional 10 back.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Well, it's got to stick together, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. And now is Frank?
Yep, that's it.
Now it's Frank.
Alright. Let's see here. Presuming that Frank normally sleeps with his equipment because he tends to meditate when he sleeps.
You have all your stuff. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Except for your deck of cards. For some reason, that slipped out of your pocket, and the cards have scattered all over the floor.
Eh. Let's see here. What do I have here that could do some serious hurt without, putting me in danger?
You can shoot at him with your longbow, right? Or with your antimatter rifle.
You have a gun.
Yeah, but that thing does use necrotic energy.
Yeah.
Would it actually work?
You have no idea until you try.
Fuck it, doing it on the gamble.
All right. D20 plus 4, because you still don't have firearm proficiency.
I can fire twice.
2 iterations of D20 plus 4. And neither of those hit.
Probably leaving meaty-sized holes in the wall.
You really? Do you want to? I don't think you want to put necrotic charged energy bolts in the walls of your fucking light god temple. But all right.
Where would you have them go on a miss?
That they splash harmlessly off of his hide.
Fair enough.
It hits him but does no damage. Now.
Shit.
Ubdal.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I am going to whack this thing.
Yup. Okay.
Yes.
25. That definitely hits. And he also needs to save against your DPD. And he gets a 13 this time. So if I... Yep. So he takes the full damage from Spirit Guardians as well as the Sun Sword damage. Which would, incidentally, be 2d8 plus 5, I believe.
Yep, 2d8 plus 5. Should I just add the 3d8 as well, as he failed the save?
Yeah. So altogether that's 5d8 plus 5. Nice. 25 points of damage. 25 points of damage. Okay.
Dale's going to say, why would the Risen Sun Club even be interested in us?
It doesn't want competition.
Now, it is Ditcher.
Please may I have, because I'm currently like holding onto his leg, or like the whatever I could find at like the bottom. Maybe it's his tail or something.
You're still levitating, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're hovering.
Yeah. I assume I'm just keeping hold of him or something. He probably kicked me off when he slashed at me. Actually, never mind. But what I will do is I will cast Phantasmal Force on this fella.
Ooh, spell. Phantasmal. No one. Damn you!
Oh, lovely.
You got it?
Here we are.
Okay. Target must make an intelligence save, huh? Okay.
Okay, so
Interesting.
intelligence is one of their good ones. I'm getting from that.
Plus... You got a 16.
That's a fail.
Oh, wait a minute. He does have advantage. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's still
Double
fail.
fail.
Fail. You failed at failing. Alright. So. So what that does...
Doesn't do damage? Oh, wow.
Not really, except...
But it does lock him. It does lock him there.
The target can use its action to examine the phantasm. They realize it's an illusion. Yeah. While the target is affected by the spell, the target treats the phantasm as if it were real. What are you going to make this phantasm look like?
Just kind of like a box. Like
Just
no, I'll do it a cage.
a cage?
Yeah.
Made of iron? Silver?
I'll do like a silver cage.
Okay. So yeah, that delusion does not cause harm.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So you're not going to be able to do an additional d6 of psychic damage.
Oh no, true. Yeah. A cage with a spiky cage.
A spiky cage. Okay.
There you go.
A razor blade prison.
Yes.
Okay. So each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target. Go ahead and roll.
Indeed. Oh yeah. Right. Still turn.
2.
But it keeps him trapped, so that's the important part.
Because he thinks it's real. Yes. And now it's Nabasuf's turn.
What is this? Treachery.
Intelligence check. Still thinks it's
Don't
real.
they get advantage?
Sorry? Oh yeah.
Don't they get advantage?
He does have advantage. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
16.
Yeah, fail.
Still fails. He still thinks the cage is real. Okay. That was his action. So, Regulus Creed. Your turn. Is anyone near him? Technically, Ubdal and Ditcher. So yeah, half the party. I'm gonna get ouchies. Okay, so okay, Frank regains 4 HP.
Thank you.
Hi, Toby. $16, is that everybody? Yeah, so everybody, including Frank, gets 16.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
My class is 18.
I'm sorry, what?
My armor class is 18.
Why are you defending against gaining more hit points?
Oh, sorry.
So the 16 and the 4 gives you a total of 20 hit points that you've just regained.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Frank's turn. You're feeling a little healthier, aren't you?
Yep.
What do you want to do?
I'm going in for another round.
You use the gun or the bow?
I would say the bow.
Alright, so 2 iterations of D20 plus 9.
And I'm going to go ahead and pop my fighting spirit.
Okay.
If I take advantage with both shots.
Alright. Go for it.
And you know what? Screw it. Action surge.
Okay. 4 shots.
That means I can do 4 with advantage.
Go for it. And 2 of them hit.
It's worth it.
2d8 plus 8. 2d8 plus 8. 2d8 plus
Yep.
8.
And of course, these are non-magical.
Yeah.
Not 3. Here we go. 2d8
Plus 8.
plus 8.
12.
12.
Which means
Not too shabby.
the Nabasu only takes 6 of that.
Yeah.
Because demon. Alright.
Yeah, why do you think my first thought was to go in and punch?
Anything else up your sleeve?
Not really.
Okay. Obdal.
Still far away.
Obdal, you doing the same combo?
Yep. D20 plus
10.
10.
Oh,
Does
hell
it
yeah,
like-
that hits. Yeah. And then...
Make it. Make a con save for Spirit Guardians.
Con save? I thought it was wisdom.
Yeah, I think it is wisdom. Yeah, it is. Hug.
5, that's a fail. So, once again, you do a total of 5d8 plus 5. All radiant.
You
Nice.
take
Awesome.
20 damage.
I do. That hurts. He is now bloody. And...
down.
Sorry?
Dow hisses at the demon. Hiss.
Black demonic ichor drips to the ground. Teacher.
Hello. That is 1d6 just from cage. 6 damage from the cage. And then I really want to cast Shatter on him. I know that would get me as well, but it would also get me and
Obdal.
Ubdal. But what I will do instead is what's the no? Nah, that won't work. I'll just Eldritch Blast.
Oh, then. Roll.
Burst 9. Oh yeah.
None. No hits. 0. Nada. Okay.
Turn done.
The Nabasu. Still stuck in the cage, he's going to stare at Obdal and say,
You're delaying the inevitable. It's only a matter of time before I'm free.
Could you make a charisma save, Obdal?
Let's find out.
You should be able to.
Charisma.
You've got a +8 for your charisma save.
$15?
Sadly, it's a DC 16. So you take 2d12. 12 points of necrotic damage from his glare. And he is also going to attempt, even though the bars are not really there, he's going to try and reach through the bars and attack with Bite and Claw. This, of course, will give him disadvantage. 13 and 12. Neither of those hit you, do they, Obdal?
He also hits himself. That one.
No,
Oh,
they
shit.
don't hit.
Yeah, you're right. He did get a nat 1 on the claw attack. So, yeah. 4d10 plus 6 force damage. 28. So he lashes out and manages to catch himself on the bars and convince himself that he's, the biofeedback causes him to inflict the damage on himself. Well, you really don't like me, do you, little demon?
I like you fine. I like all my meals.
And Reg.
Alright, so how's everybody on health?
I'm looking better, mate.
Obdal just took a little, but not much.
He's fine. Even if he is.
All right.
Ditcher and Frank are the ones who are worst off.
Pretty good. Ditcher looks pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, he does.
Frank?
Yeah, he does.
Frank, are you doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm 100 plus at least,
Okay.
but only barely.
Alright, so I'm going to do something stupid then. Time for the Eldritch Scatling. I am going to quicken spell my Eldritch Blast, and then as my main action, I am going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, so that's 4 hits, including one of them that is a critical hit. However, you also got 1 crit fail. So one of those blasts backfires. But that's still 5d10 right there against... Oh, only 12. That's unfortunate.
1s and 2s. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about re-rolling those.
Mm-hmm. How much do you do to yourself? 1! The curse of the ones. Alright.
There's one more one that wanted to get its turn.
Swank!
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Seeing how
Nabasu looks like it's struggling a little now.
out of game here. Would attacking this creature while it's inside that cage thing break the illusion?
Doesn't seem
I
to
think
have
so.
so. It's been doing really badly on its intelligence checks. So, yeah, go for it.
All right, then yeah, I'm gonna go in and, punch.
The way that the spell describes it is that basically the illusion is so strong that the person who the victim sort of alters their own perception of it to justify what's happening. Does that make sense?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So if you are somehow able to punch him through the bars, he will probably imagine that the bars are magically moved out of the way temporarily so you could punch him and then snapped back, or that you managed to punch the bars into him or something. Either way, roll it.
Once again, I'm going to be burning another key point.
To do flurry of blows.
Yep.
Do your flurry.
Fucking hell.
2 hits, and you also managed to punch yourself. Stop hitting yourself. You're gonna kick yourself for that. Why only 1d6 plus 4?
That's double self-inflicted.
Oh, that's the one that so you took 9. Now the 2 that you do against him. 2d6 plus 8.
But of course, it's radiant damage.
Yep. More black ichor drips down onto Ditcher.
Of course, somebody tells Frank he probably might not want to taste that. If he wants to bite.
Yeah.
It's too late for that.
Okay. Did you make a con save?
Hell yeah. There's my mouse. Shit.
Oh shit. Okay, where's my... Didn't think I would actually need that.
What condition is it?
Demonic Ichor. Ichor, however it's fucking pronounced. Where's the little thing?
Demonic Itcher.
Come
Demonic licorice.
on. Ew.
Well,
No.
that's just licorice.
Pretty much. Come on. I really should have this page bookmarked. I use it so much. But I haven't. And I always have trouble finding it. And it's a pain in the ass. Come on, where are you? I think it's near here. There it is. All right. Roll a D100 for me, please. Ooh, 59. The target's legs grow incredibly long and springy, increasing its walking speed by 10 feet. So Ditcher, the gnomish Goliath, now has super long legs.
What, like close to like his original height?
He's still got a gnomish body, but really long legs.
I'm just saying, like what, like so, like close to his pre-resurrected height or something.
That would be really funny if he was about 7 foot tall, but still only had like his like his entire former gnomish body in the top 3. Like Basically, this has just added 4 feet to his legs.
Yeah.
I just look for a One Piece character, yeah.
All right. Okay. So that was Frank. Ubdal, what are you doing?
I am going to whack this little demon
Go on then.
into next week.
Do it.
I will do it.
Do it.
I am doing it.
Do it.
I will not bang him into
not
next week.
hit. But he gets an 18 on the Spirit Guardian save.
Which I'm pretty sure is a 6.
Pass.
Okay.
Yeah. Half. He takes 5.
Angry tiefling hiss.
That's not what you're supposed to.
Just die already.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad's just gonna go. Just die already, you annoying little pest.
Ditcher, you suddenly find you don't need to levitate anymore since your legs reach the ground.
Ugh. My go? What?
Yes.
Turn?
Yes, your
My
turn.
turn. Okay, the D6. 6 damage to him.
For just
From the
automatic?
cage.
Oh, yeah.
Cage.
Yeah, sorry, forgot about that.
No, it's actually the leg. It's the leg bonus.
Yeah, the leg bonus. Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Just kings.
probably stumble. I'll probably end up like falling over a bit.
Well, yeah, I imagine so. You're like your your shins are fucking
Should I roll a dex save?
5 foot long. No, you're fine. Just
That's
what
right.
do
I
you
am kept up by levitate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
I guess Eldritch again
A point blank range.
at point blank range.
All right. So disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah.
It's a shame. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna let those 2 hit because yeah.
Do you want me to roll again just so we
Nah.
get the okay, sure. Oh,
One crit, one
I'm
regular.
not complaining about
Those are good hits.
3d10. Yeah, 3d10.
Yeah.
10. Second type. Plus 12. Plus 12. 21.
You got a +6 to your charisma.
Oh no, it's oh okay, never mind. Oh yeah, the modifier doesn't change, so just -4 to that.
Mm-hmm. It's 19. Yes, I'm not north.
You'll regret all of this.
And what would be the most demonic thing he could do at this point? I know.
Fail intelligence check.
He's going to noticing that you were already affected by his blood. He is going to tear open his own wounds with his teeth and claws. And yeah, I think he would have. Yeah, it would make sense that he'd have advantage on that. So That's more like it. 19 and 30. So. Plus 12. So. He basically empties his blood, guts, and various other horrific organs and dumps them out over Ditcher. Make another con save. Another D100, please.
Let's see how much we can alter this guy. Imagine it was 59 again.
I think it's in the same range anyway. For the Abyssal Chicken.
Huh?
There it is. Okay. So, 55. Ha! The target's arm become tentacles with fingers on the ends, increasing its reach by 5 feet. So now, so you've got super long legs, and now you've got fucking noodle arms with an extended reach.
I really want to imagine he can basically walk like a fucking gorilla at this point.
I mean, to be fair, the tentacle arms aren't that far like out of his ballpark.
You have tickle limbs. What happened? He got all the demon blood dumped on him because the Nabasu decided the most hardcore thing it could do would be to just seppuku himself.
That thing's still alive.
No, it's not. He's like
Killed himself.
he destroyed himself in the process. It's gone.
Okay. Oh, thank the gods.
No, you can read the top. Go on.
Upon seeing Ditcher is more limb than gnome, he's gonna fall back laughing.
More limb than gnome.
He's gonna fall back laughing. Would he have fallen into the demonicker?
That's a good point. Make a dex save.
Would have walked forward to, inspect the body, make sure that thing's dead. Would Frank be able to see the ichor because dark night? You only see it in shaded grey.
What I roll? What?
Okay, hold on. First, there is a light cantrip in place, so it's not that you don't have to rely on dark vision.
Fair enough.
Secondly, Obdal, if you could make a dexterity save, which would be a d20 plus 8.
Okay. D20 plus 8.
Okay.
17.
You manage to you begin to fall and then realize that, oh shit, I'm gonna land in that mess if I'm not careful, and manage just give yourself a flap of the wings to avoid it and land, still laughing your ass off, just to the right of the puddle.
Odell goes, oh shit.
But Frank, you said you're flying down to inspect the body, yes?
Yep.
Okay, so you are going to be stepping into the puddle, right?
Yeah. Albeit accidentally.
Make a con save!
Yeah, Frank's like, you sure this thing's dead? Looks down. Ah, shit.
The thing looks like the corpse at the end of Gremlins. Okay, you pass. You resist the corrupting
Yeah, Frank
effects of
will
the
quickly
demon.
fly up.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, then Frank will quickly fly up. It's like, ugh.
Do you summon fire to your feet to burn off the ichor?
Yeah, Frank would.
Okay.
Yeah, activate the aura thing. Like, yuck.
Okay. Reggie, what do you want to do?
I'm going to start using prestidigitation to clean the blood up.
Okay. Presto, presto, presto. I love the flesh warping effects. Okay. Did you look
Well,
gribblier?
that was unpleasant.
Did you look gribblier than ever?
He'll probably take that. He'll probably be quite happy with this. To be. So that was. God, I look. Well, what is wrong with it? Ugh. This
You
feels
know.
weird.
If the rest of the party lands on the ground, you're now towering over the rest of them. Your tentacle arms almost touching the ground, but not quite because your legs are super long also.
Are you in pain?
Yeah, he was small size before.
It's the growing pains are a lot.
That's why it was funny to imagine, like, yeah, basically, you got like a gnomish body, and then from the knee down, you've got these super long legs. So I imagine the pants didn't elongate, so there's just this long stretch of pale ass shin between the bottom of his pants and his shoes, looking like sticks because they didn't get thicker, they just got longer.
Wait, how much height did this add?
It doesn't
It's
say.
10 feet. It's 10 feet like walking distance, but that doesn't really. You don't need 10 feet height to do like 10 feet walking.
Yeah, but it would be somewhat realistic to imagine that your legs are about 4 to 5 foot longer than they were before.
Yeah, so 7'6" is a good shout.
That's-
3, 6, and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought it would be like similar to your character's pre-resurrected height.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh,
You know, you go from small to basically technically medium.
And you've got an additional 5 foot reach, so your tentacle arms are definitely 5 foot longer than they were before.
and then
I'm sorry, what, Sean?
is the extended limbs permanent or temporary?
Bishop and bugbear. It depends. I mean, this is a demonic curse essentially. So, in theory, you could remove curse this away, but the gnome seems quite happy. So,
Do you want the gangly limbs removed, or do you want to keep them?
I'll test run them. See how I feel in a day or two.
Okay.
Wait for the growing pains. I mean, quite literally.
Going to go grab a blanket from the supply closet so you have something a bit more comfortable to walk around in.
I'm just thankful I haven't been affected.
Flap, 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 flap. A few minutes later, flap, 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 flap.
It's only a DC 10.
It's a DC 10, I have a +4.
You failed twice. Okay.
It's like how'd you balance up there?
He is stumbling like
It's like
all over the spot.
Now, funnily enough, the fact that you've got long arms as well does help counterbalance.
Oh.
I'd suggest try walking around on all fours. See if that helps.
Oh, like a land strider from fucking Dark Crystal.
Or what if you put like a piece of metal in your shoe? You know, acts as a counterbalance.
I feel like I wouldn't have the strength to lift that very high. I appreciate the recommendation, however.
I'm just spitballing.
Yes, I appreciate that. I'll figure something out. I am just a land strider.
Oh. Anyhow.
Yes.
So what do you want to do now? You're probably going to have to reinforce the wards and bonds on the temple because a demon, admittedly something of a renegade assassin type demon, managed to get in, but still, re-hallow the place if you still have that spell.
I think it hasn't been hallowed. I think that's the issue.
Yes, it has not been hallowed because you don't have that spell.
Because you're of angelic descent. Do you have anything that would keep things like that out? That just seems like it's a Pelor thing.
I mean, I'm unaware of what a Peloring would be considered, but I mean, give me some time, I might be able to do something.
Alright.
I guess that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, healing is more my thing. These kind of incantations and protection wards aren't really something I dip into that often.
Okay.
Oh, that is smart. It's a pain.
Do you hear as the sun begins to come up, voices outside the temple?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and check it out because, it still looks normal.
Mm-hmm. So you head outside and you see the first group of people have come from Port Alwyn. And they are in the process of being turned away by Mr. Waddle.
I was going to fly out. Excuse me? No, you guys are welcome in. Mr. Waddle, I have the appropriate paperwork right here.
Very well, hand it over. We will inspect it, and when their documentation has been ratified, then and only then will you be allowed to do business.
Passes over the documentation.
He clips it to his clipboard and says, I will take this to the head office and be back as soon as all of this has been verified.
Okay.
And he waddles off. As he's waddling off, he said, should take no more than 5 business days.
Sure thing. Waits for him to waddle off and immediately lets people in. Note to self, if I see that bear, have a word with him.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank's like, sorry about all that. Some unexpected paperwork stuff.
Paperwork?
Apparently some Fae shit or something?
Since when do Fae do paperwork?
I'm just as lost as you are.
They apparently think they have the rights to this land, says Ubdow.
Are you sure they're not just having a laugh?
It's the Fae, they very well could be.
Won't be to be the first time.
Well, so the people begin to wander in, start wandering aimlessly around, not really sure what they're supposed to do.
Ubdow shows them to the various rooms.
You gonna give them a tour?
Yeah, give them a tour. I have been sketching out a basic design. Basically, there's like one. I might redesign it, but like one sort of. Where's my book? There's my book.
While you're doing your tour, would you like to make a performance check? Because this is a show that you're putting on, pretty much.
Yes. So yeah, there's one row, the row farthest from the entrance, that has like family rooms, and then there's another one along the left corner bit that has single rooms.
Okay. But anyway. Perception.
Basically, some rooms are communal and some are like family.
Yeah.
Inside.
No.
Performance.
Performance, yes. Performance.
That could be a +8.
Are you sure?
Yeah, performance is No, that's perception.
Actually,
Performance.
yeah, because your proficiency bonus is +5, your charisma is +3, so that should be 8. And then you're also... Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute, no it isn't, because you are not proficient with performance. So it's just... You get half. So actually, hold on. That should only be +5. Why are you getting extra +2 from?
I'll change the thing in my thing to +5.
Okay.
And take
Either way.
away 3 from that.
Yeah, 17 + 5 is still 22. That's awesome. Yeah. So... Yeah. You do well. You do well on your tour. And while Obdal is taking everybody on the tour, showing them where the kitchens are, where the beds are, where the central place of worship is, where the forges are, where everything they'll ever need is, basically. What's everyone else doing?
Probably helping out to, clean up the mess of the whatever the hell attacked us.
Okay, well, I believe Regulus was already using prestidigitation on all that.
Alright, fair enough. Then, Frank has no quite clue what to do with himself, because Frank isn't really part of religion, so, has no effing clue.
Okay.
She'll probably just be like stumbling around, just trying to get like his balance.
Okay.
Do you want me to find like a long stick or something for a bit?
A long stick?
Just like a walking stick, basically.
Yeah.
That might be helpful,
So you're gonna have 6 long things instead of... Sorry, 5 long limbs instead of... Alright. What was that?
Well, the walking stick is just for like support, really.
Yeah.
Oh.
16, what do I find?
In the woods, you find lots of sticks, including one that has the thickness and length to support his weight.
Comes back with the sting. It's like, this should probably do.
Thank you. This will do
Yeah.
as a nice temporary fix. As I get used to it.
Yes, you as you're doing that, 6 long things. You'll see a couple of figures that are not with the rest of the tour group. One of them wandering around looking lost, and another sort of just sat looking like they're feeling sorry for themselves.
Yeah, Frank will go over. It's like welcome to the Temple of Pelor.
This thing looks up at you. Which one are you looking at? The one that's sat, or the one that's wandering around?
Wandering around?
One of them is one figure is wandering around looking like they're lost, and the other is just sat there on their lonesome, feeling sorry for themselves.
Yeah, it probably makes sense to go for the one that's like sat down or something.
Okay. The one sat down, they're both wearing like tattered robes. The one that the one that sat down on their own, you go up to that one and say, hey, welcome to the Temple of Pelor. It looks up at you with a tear-stained, wrinkled face and says, so lonely.
Well, here you'll be able to find a sense of community.
So lonely. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Ah, shit. Why does it seem like Frank seems to be the one that falls for the bullshit?
Because you
17.
That's his face. You got a 17. So, yeah, you pass. You do not take the psychic damage. But, while you're talking to the lonely one, you hear the other one coming closer, saying, "Lost! So lost!" Roll initiative.
Okay.
Everybody.
Everybody.
That's the lonely. And the lost.
I mean, I know what these things are out from my own group, but I'm obviously trying not to mix information.
You don't want to metagame, yeah.
Metagame equals bad.
Where's the
Like, lost, because all you notice just robes and...
Yep, sorry.
All Frank knows is that these things are random people in tattered robes and...
Yeah.
Particularly felt something tug on his brain, but was able to ignore it entirely.
Mm-hmm. Do I have everybody's? I think I'm missing a roll from Updow, I think. Pretty sure she'd come a running. He'd come a running. Sean? Noodle? You're muted at the moment.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Would you like to roll initiative?
I thought Ugdal was moving with the crowd of people, so I'm not sure if he's around.
I'm pretty sure you'd come a running when you saw Frank was in trouble.
Oh, right, okay.
Unless you disagree.
Oh, that's fine. I'm really happy I can help the party. I was kind of worried they would fall to these things because they're bloody nasty.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Did you... Lonely and then Frank. Okay. And then the Lost. On 11. Regulus on 8. And Updown. Makes sense that you would only get a 6 since you're running over from the tour party. Okay. Ditcha. You would see
probably that.
You would see these two things begin to reveal their true forms. Casting aside the robes to show their true miserable selves. What do you do?
What I'm going to do, synaptic static.
I think more look at the rags and robes fall away as their horrendous limbs emerge.
Yo, they're like me for real. They're like Ninja. How close are they? How close is the one that was stumbling?
There was staggering around.
Yeah, to Frank.
Well, Frank too. Well, okay. So that's probably within 30 feet of Frank.
Cool. I'm going to do synaptic static because that is a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
And
that's a to save.
Intelligence.
Intelligence save. Oh shit. Okay. That's a fail.
Nice. And then that is 8d6 damage. Yeah.
R.I.P. stupid. 8d6. On the lost.
Well, that's the low ball.
That's 22 points of damage to the lost. Okay. And, got anything else up your sleeve?
That is my entire action, I believe.
Okay.
So that's turn done. Actually, I'll do. Is anyone in? What's the power? I. Well.
Frank's in melee range.
Raiden.
You touch
Yeah, that's
one
an action.
creature.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. +7. Okay, Frank does a 9 hit.
Absolutely not.
Uh-huh. So the harpoon arm doesn't work. But the sorrowful embrace. Could you make a wisdom saving throw?
On it.
So lonely.
Yeah, I heard you the first time.
Oh. No, never mind.
No sympathy for the damned.
Frank doesn't know what this thing is, so...
This is true. 20. So that's a pass. So you take half. So it makes a lunge for you. Tries to grapple you. You do get pulled closer to it, but you only take 11 points of damage. Psychic damage. Okay.
It's like, okay, I don't know what the hell you are, but you need to leave.
Lonely. Frank, it's your turn.
Frank is going to use strength and punch this thing away. Like,
Get the fuck away from me.
yeah, Frank's probably punch.
Fuck off, you
Yeah, punch.
Fuck off, you miserable bitch.
No.
You get a twisted knot in your stomach that makes you think that at some point this thing had been human. But yeah, both of those hit. How much damage do you do?
Yep.
And are you using a bonus action to also punch?
Nope.
What are you using?
Because after all,
Because what?
Frank isn't fully understanding the threat right now.
So, okay. So you're holding back
So,
your bonus action.
There's a mod.
17 points of damage. You do still have a bonus action available. What do you want to do?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I don't know what the hells you are, but you need to leave.
In the meantime, as your attention is focused on the lonely,
Yep.
you hear the other thing come up behind you saying, "Lost," and Stab, stab. Only one of those gets through, right?
Yeah. One misses, so he probably ducked once, but probably got by the other one.
2d10 plus 3. It's 15 points of piercing damage. And then Reggie. Yeah, it looks like Frank has been introduced to some Saurus-Sworn. What do you want to do about it?
Yeah, Frank's like, I could do. I don't know what these things. They seem hostile.
Let me see. How does this work again? So I'm going to run up to Frank, use my bonus action to use Healing Light,
Nice.
which should be 3d6, I believe. Yeah, my level plus 1. Yep. So, yeah, 3d6.
9.
Alright, so you get 9 health back. And my main action, I am going to... now that I'm within range, cast protection from evil and good on Frank.
And this time, the type of creature you're protecting him from is...
I'm going to guess these are aberrations.
It's a good guess.
And I am going to use my meta magic to extend the spell. So instead of lasting 10 minutes, it now lasts 20.
Nice.
And then I'm going to teleport away.
How are you teleporting away?
Astral Shard, remember? Whenever I use a meta magic, I can teleport.
Oh, right. Yes. Cool. And Ubdal, you come flying over, seeing your friends in trouble. What do you do?
Animate objects on the coins I got in my pocket.
Okay.
And I whack one of the monsters with it.
So you're animating a fistful of coins, and then they're gonna go. Right, animate objects. Looking it up in the old-fashioned book because I'm sick of being told that. Animate objects. So, yeah. So you summon them as you animate them as an action. As a bonus action, mentally command them, and they can move 30 feet. So yeah, cool. Tiny coins. You have.
I think it's 10 of
10,
Yeah.
yeah. So 10 iterations of D20 plus 8. Okay. Are they targeting the lost or the lonely?
the what, sorry?
Which one are they targeting?
There's a lost and what was the other one? It was the lonely, right?
Yes, lost and lonely. Which one are you attacking? The lost or the lonely?
I will target the lost.
Okay. So, his AC is 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one of them's critical, so that's 8d4 plus 28. Yes.
45.
45 points of damage to the lost. Yeah.
This is what Ubdow does when he comes in.
Just throws coins. Alrighty.
After all, there's no real economy yet, so coins are fairly useless right now.
Mm-hmm. Little silver discs.
I think it's Ubdow calls them coins.
Ditcha!
Hello. I am going to ask for a charisma save on
And the
which
lost
one looks the healthiest?
well, they both look like they're straight out of your fucking nightmares, but technically, yeah, the lost have just been pelted with a bunch of flying coins, so probably the lonely.
I'll do the lonely.
All right, you said charisma save, yes?
Yes, please. Banishment time.
Banishment time. Okay.
Yeah. They're gone.
Yeah. Back to the Shadowfell. Okay.
That's turn done.
And it would be the Lonely's turn, but they went home. Frank!
Yeah.
Your turn again. The Lonely has been banished, so that leaves only the Lost to deal with.
The one in front of Frank, or the one that just attacked Frank back?
The one that came up behind you and stuck his knife arms through you.
It's like, oh, you wiggling motherfucker!
What you gonna do?
Frank's gonna go ahead and
Frank's gonna go ahead and attack. Okay.
attack full on,
Yeah.
and put on top his flurry of blows.
Yep. 3 of those hit. How much damage do you do?
Okay, so yeah, do I manage to hit with 3 and
3 of those hit. The 11 doesn't. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
all right. Plus 12.
$25.
Good luck resisting this shit.
And he's down. Okay.
Like, where the hell's these things came from?
Yeah.
Do we want to... Well, I've got the other one on like a 1 minute timer, so I think we should be fine. But I can bring it back and we can kill it if we so wish.
I believe we can.
Maybe they're friends of our friend. Who are you referring to there, Regulus?
That demon.
The demon per se.
Maybe. But
I'm other friend.
do you want to make an Arcana check?
Me?
Yes.
What's my... Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Now, some of you have actually met Soroswan before.
In the Deadlands.
In the Deadlands, yeah.
It's a 2.
Yeah, here.
Oh.
Yeah,
So was that a bad roll?
that was not sufficient. Yes.
Okay, so that means I can re-roll that.
Okay. No,
That did not help.
that did not help.
Oh well, for a shot.
So yeah, it's fair to assume that they probably tied to the demon. However, if anyone wants to make a history check to see if they can remember where they've seen these things
who's got
before,
good history?
it's going to have to be Frank or Obdal because Regulus and Ditcher weren't there.
8.
Nope.
I have.
Obdal?
I have no clue what the hell where the hell these came from, but it's. I think one of them go on my side or something.
Yes.
Wait, I'm going to give Abdul guidance before they roll.
Okay.
These things look familiar to you, Abdul?
We will roll. Insight. Plus 11. And it's 1d4, right?
For
Guidance, yeah, that's what it's for.
yeah, yes.
Oh. Nat 20.
Nice.
What does a 35 tell me?
That these things are nothing to do with the demon. They are actually from the negative plane, from the same source of magic that you're.
Oh god. These guys are from the negative energy plane, which leads me to believe that the undead are starting to enter Scalbania. I am going to go strengthen the temple.
Yeah, you might wanna. If this is an indication of what's to come.
We need to warn the people at Brench, and probably best to warn Port Irwin as well. But first, I'm gonna strengthen the temple so it keeps out undead.
Yes, well, aren't the people there here, Port Aldwyn?
Not all of them came with us.
True.
Yeah.
Well, that's annoying. But do we want to kill that guy? I've still got him banished. Or has a minute passed already?
A minute has not passed yet.
Oh, Fluff, we're still in the fight.
Do we
But
want
there's
to
still
kill
the
him?
other one, isn't? No, that one's down.
One's
They're banished.
destroyed and the other one's banished.
Okay. I say we beat this guy up, I recast Temple of the Gods, and then we decide what we do from there. What do you
Very
think?
well.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Ditcher's gonna drop concentration then. Get ready, guys. Because Big and Ugly is about to appear.
Okay.
He says, as he still looks.
So you drop
He says, as he
concentration.
looks very similar. Yeah, he drops con.
Okay. Ditcher, what do you do when the lonely reappears?
Eldritch Blast. Oh wait, so it's just normal turn?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Yeah, but we're back in initiative. And two of those hit. 22.
Nearly, man.
Okay. And then it's the Lonely's turn. Now, are any of you within... Actually, never mind.
Frank probably is.
Ditch is probably within 60 feet, though. Right?
Yeah, he is definitely within 60. I think all of us are.
Okay. So there's at least a couple of people within 30 feet also. So, but yeah, he's taking aim at Ditcher. Does a 20 hit?
Take a guess.
I reckon it does. So that's gonna be 22 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled. And then he's going to pull you into a sorrowful embrace. Would you make a wisdom save?
Oh, just doing some math. Wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That's... I'm good. I'm not sad.
And yeah, feels of half as much. So you take 48. 10 points of psychic damage. Yeah, as you are pulled 30 feet towards him. And you're still restrained. Well, grappled.
I imagine he's just got like the
Harpoon.
stringy part of my feet.
Oh, and if Frank is still within 5 feet of this thing, could he make a wisdom saving throw? Okay.
19.
Well done. You do not take any psychic damage from its psychic leech ability. And turn passes to Frank.
Yep. Of course, Frank will punch, punch, punch.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, dump another key point on top of. Yeah, to put this damn thing down.
Mm-hmm. Do it. And only 2 of those hit. "17 points of damage."
Not too shabby.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, he's looking bloody. And the Lost is already gone. Regulus.
Can you hear me?
What now?
I said, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Alright, it's time to do something stupid.
Go on.
Oh yeah.
Stundle power! Divine soul! Alright, so, main action. I am going to activate my divine soul. Bonus action. I am going to quicken spell Eldritch Blast.
Woo!
Let's see. Just need 1 to hit.
And 2 of them hit.
Okay. And I'm currently 15. 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage.
Force and radiant.
Yeah, that works. That's ouchy. That's very ouchy. Okay.
Actually, wait, let me see if I find it. Where is it?
Okie dokie. Up, down.
Mostly support with a random occasional OP spell.
Now is going to first animate objects.
Okay.
And that's 10 D20 plus 8. I mucked that up.
Yeah, want to try that again? So the coins is pulverizing. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, and that's and one of them's a critical. So that's same as before. 8d20. It's 8d4 plus 28.
28.
Well, one of the coins does biff. 51. And the lonely is down. Well done.
And
Is-
up, down, cheers. Yeah, we did it!
Moneyed to death.
Yes.
And the your tour group cheers as well from about 40 feet away. Woo! You did it! What were those things? They were horrible.
Those are creatures from the negative energy plane. The undead seem to have made their way into Scalbania, and these are like the first ones. I'm going to strengthen the temples.
Well, you know, with what you rolled before, you'd know that these are not technically undead. these are what happens to people who get pulled into the negative plane and just stay exposed to the negative energy for so long that they become an avatar of misery, despair, and loss.
It might be handy to have those Fae around.
You might want to incorporate expressions of joy into your rituals to keep the misery at bay.
Expressions of who?
Joy.
Yes.
Pleasure. Happy, joy.
Yes.
How would they react to Ditcher?
How would the tour group react to Ditcher?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
With tentacle arms.
They see that you're on their side, so yeah. They're a little bit wary of you, but you know, the heroes seem to like it. I mean, bearing in mind that Obdal looks like a fiend.
Right.
Frank is some sort of half undead owl man. And Regulus, you know, be not afraid. So
Regulus, could you remind me what your god was a god of? He is typing.
Goddess of defense and protection, which is ideal, right?
Yeah,
That's,
definitely. I think the top floor of the temple is the one Ubdal's reserving to add shrines to other gods.
Bearing in mind that the top floor of the temple is the peak of the ziggurat, which is where, at the moment, the egg is sat, absorbing as much sun energy as it can, and someday will also be the location of the thing. It would be far more likely that any altars to other deities would actually be down in the foundations, like.
You mean in the downstairs?
In the catacombs area, yeah.
Yeah.
Seraph can be bottom level, serving the first line of defense. Makes sense.
I really want to try something stupid.
Go on.
I want help on the roll. But I don't know how to. So I have pretty sure I do have sending, so I'm just sending to one of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm probably sending to Obdal, because you know Obdal's is good at lying.
Go on.
Going to lie about what happens when you don't follow Pelor. Stick with me. I think that's 25.
Okay.
I might want help. That might go over, but it's...
So, you're trying to convince them that you're what happens when you don't follow Pelor?
Oh yeah, that's what I was. How I was saved by Pelor. I nearly became one of them.
Oh, okay. Good deception.
Alright, I'll offer you advantage. Reluctantly, but yes.
Yeah. 21. Very nice. Okay. So, you will throughout the day, you're going to be helping the people getting settled in, teaching them what you can about Pelor and Sekka and Cyrith, and of course Calder. Occasionally getting bothered by creatures from creatures that don't want Pelor to gain power, or at least the minions of entities that wouldn't want Pelor to gain power.
Yeah, Frank's probably bouncing these things off. You know, acting like a bouncer. You know, fuck off.
Yeah, you're getting rid of all the troublemakers whenever they arrive.
Yeah.
And this is probably going to happen over the next few days. And of course, during that time, you will have also had time to welcome more people coming, get them settled in, get some rest yourself.
Yep.
Why are you building another temple?
I have to recast it every day, remember?
Oh, right, yeah.
And I'm
you-
just checking what I can keep kicked out.
What now?
On what creatures or beings I can keep kicked out.
Mm-hmm. I
Who's trying to-
believe at some point somebody even... There are... oh, I see. Yeah. So as you're casting temple, you can choose celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead. Right. So it just makes it harder. They're not banned. They have to... Those creatures of the chosen type.
Can I choose all of them?
It doesn't seem to limit it. The temple opposes types of creatures you choose when you cast this. Oh, one or more of the following. So yeah. I'm assuming you're choosing fey, fiends, and undead, right?
Yes.
So they need to make a charisma save. On a failed save, they can't enter the temple for 24 hours. Even if the creature can enter the temple, the magic there hinders it. Whenever it makes an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw. Okay. So, yes. The demon should have been a little bit nerfed, but oh well. You defeated him anyway. It's fine.
I would rule that Ubdao had forgotten to put it up that day.
Alright. But anyway, so you're re-upping Temple of Gods. You will do over the next few days. You'll be inviting more people in, refining the tenets of your faith as you go, and of course you're going to level up.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Hollow. How long does that spell last?
Hallow is awesome.
Yeah, it's so nifty spell, but I think it takes a good while to cast. But it does last a while.
Oh, there we go. So
Until dispelled.
Hallow, yeah, lasts until it takes a whole 24 hours to cast the fucking thing, but then and at least 1,000 gold pieces worth of stuff. But yeah, it stays up until it's dispelled, and celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, and undead can't enter the area at all. It's not just it not only makes it hard for them to enter, it makes it completely impassable. You can, if you want to, allow celestials, you can allow some of them access if you want. If you wanted to allow celestials and fey to access the hallowed ground, you could. But and you can bind an extra effect. Now, given the nature of the temple, I would suggest daylight.
Oh, I have another magical secret.
And I'll allow you for flavor to focus it at the top of the temple. It can be the beginning of the light, so that Calder begins getting exposure to the daylight, and it could be the beginning of the Light of Pelor. Artifact that generates over time. Okay. So yeah, I know we're a little early.
Well, does Mr. Walrus guy come back? Because Ugdal might actually want to have a word with him.
Mr. Waddle has not returned yet. He said it would take up to 5 business days to get the paperwork verified and approved, didn't he?
Yes.
And fate time, that's like 4 years.
So yeah, Mr. Waddle, the Walrus Man, has not returned.
Oh no, what's his name? Or the bomb was gone for like a day, and that was 4 years. So 5 business days would be 20.
You're assuming that there's any consistency to the way that the time shift works.
I mean, though, to be fair, I can keep him out of the area because it also keeps away Faye.
Yes, this is true.
Unless you guys don't want that.
Okay, if you cast Ascending, I believe if you want Ascending to reach somebody in a different plane, that there is a roll for it.
Yes, there is.
I think there's a 20% chance of failure or something. No, that's not how you do it. Sending. Alright. You can send a message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane, there is a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive. And you rolled a 2, which is close, but...
5% of 20 is 1.
I'm sorry? Yeah, 5% of 20 is 1. I was getting to that, yeah. So you just... Yeah, it was close, but you do manage to avoid... Oh, wow. Frank's already updated his character sheet. Awesome.
Yeah, I got a stat increase, so...
That's the fastest level up I've seen, Frank. Anyway.
Yeah. All I had to do was just update a few numbers. Not had to finagle in another big paragraph into a program that's a little temperamental.
No worries. What was Regulus trying to say?
Oh yeah, so basically I am going to make it so that undead and I guess elementals aren't allowed. Fiends, Fays, and Celestials are. But for the second, I'm going to add the binding effect. If those 3 in particular do anything considered hostile within the hallowed grounds, can I have it that they have to make a charisma save, and if they fail, they are expelled from the grounds?
Choose an effect from the following list, or choose an effect offered by the GM. So you want to have a banishment built in?
Pretty, as long if you come with peaceful intentions, then it won't affect you. But if you are hostile, it will force you out. Okay. Well, I mean, if you fail the charisma save. Oh, wait a minute! I just thought about something. This is a spell. Can I don't know how this would work, but can I have my heightened meta magic active as I cast it?
What does heighten do again?
It gives disadvantage
to anybody against it.
Who has to make a save against one of my spells?
I don't.
For their effect.
Okay. Normally there isn't a save associated with Hallow, because it's just.
No, it is. It says a charisma save.
Where? Oh.
When the success it ignores the effect.
It enters the spell area. It can make a charisma save. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, it said yeah. So they make the charisma save a disadvantage.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking you, because technically Hollow doesn't go anywhere. So would it just statically have that disadvantage added to it?
Yeah, so if any creature that would be affected, so for example, if you'd gone for daylight, like I suggested, then yeah, that wouldn't have, but okay. But you actually want some sort of, not just extramental interference, but banishment effect.
Basically, the goal is to, like, everyone's welcomed as long as they aren't there to cause trouble.
As long as they're chill. Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
And if they want to cause trouble, they can get out.
And he just so it's an eviction rather than a banishment.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. So kind of like revoking the invitation for a vampire, and they're suddenly outside the building. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. That's awesome. I am going to, for flavor, also give it the daylight effect, because that would be fitting for the Temple of Pelor and would help Calder to hatch.
Yeah.
Sending to Mr. Walrus, which Fae do you work for?
I thought you worked for the bear.
Yes, I'm just trying to. That is what he said. But because he's, how would he respond? My master is unavailable currently. If you have an important message, please leave it with me. I will make sure he gets it forthwith.
Out of character, or to the group. We all like the bear, right? He was pretty chill.
Bear was pretty chill.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he was the type to screw with us.
Mm-hmm.
He did try to get us in. He did try to get us near into the portal.
Mm-hmm.
True. At the same time, having folks of positivity around could be handy when dealing with folks from the negative energy plane.
Right, but you can't guarantee that Faye will be positive.
No, but it might be in our best interest to not decrease their power level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like you said, the way he's got it set up is as long as your intentions are harmless, you can freely enter the temple. Unless you're undead. Undead are just not allowed at all. But, so in theory, a Fae could enter the temple, and as long as they have no ill intentions, they can stay as long as they wish. But the moment that they have hostile intentions and they fail a charisma save with disadvantage, they would be evicted from the temple grounds. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was just wondering if it would be a good idea to set up a small tribute to the bear in the other temples area.
Don't make the pantheon too large, or there won't be enough faith going to Pelor specifically.
Okay, no worries. Oh, at least we know.
You don't want to dilute the. You've already got. We started with the Trinity, and we've already extended it by one. Because,
okay. Then Ubdal will reply with ascending. Just warn him to be careful. Creatures from negative energy plane about. Hate to see something bad happen to him.
Your concern is noted and appreciated. I will pass it on. Your application is still pending. I will be conducting a inspection in a few days to make sure that you aren't violating the terms until in the meantime.
I may be having to forge some backup contracts.
Or find a way to hide the fact that there have been people living and worshipping in the temple when he comes to visit again. But we'll worry about that next time.
Yes.
Anybody need help leveling up?
Pretty set.
Well, they're not living. They're technically guests.
Yeah, they're just here. They're just here for a party.
For a private party?
Yeah, private party.
Yeah.
Technically, they're refugees, not people living here.
Refugees from what? But again, we can you can come up with a better excuse and we'll cover it next
I just
time.
want some help figuring out up to what level spells I can cast.
Alright.
Because I am now
Yeah,
14.
you're taking another level in Bard?
Yes, 14 in Bard and 2
Two
in
in
Forge.
Cleric. Yeah. So, so in other words, you are a level 16 spellcaster, which means you now have an 8th level spell. Well, I think you already had an 8th level spell slot, didn't you?
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Well, you should have.
I know what I'm gonna get.
You've got an 8th level spell slot. And
Using
At
polymorph.
at 14th
True.
level, you know a total of 18 spells. So that's 2 more spells than you had before. And yeah. You also get magical secrets and a Forge Cleric feature.
I only have 2 levels in Forge Cleric.
Oh, sorry. Creation Bard feature. My bad.
Oh yeah, I've noted that down.
Okay. Which feature you get at 14?
I get the Creative Crescendo. At 14th level, when you use your Performance of Creation feature, you can create more than 1 item at once. The number of items equals your Charisma modifier. Minimum of 2 items. If you create an item that would exceed the number you choose, which of the previously created item disappears. Only one of these items can be the maximum size you can create. The rest must be small, tiny.
Speaking of proficiency bonus, I believe. Okay, it's still a +5 for right now. Yeah, next level is going to go up to +6. Okay. We all good?
Do I go for actor or athlete?
Athlete.
But then if I go actor, I can.
Then
I
do
can
actor.
be assembly in people's heads.
Then do
Easier.
actor. Then do actor.
Then I go athlete. I can hide better. Because I don't think those elven boots are gonna work anymore.
What? Oh, because your legs are too long?
Yeah.
No, they'll still work. They're fine.
Oh, grand.
Interesting. But anyway, so this has been fun. I hope you guys listening have enjoyed this as much as we've been enjoying playing, and that you join us next time. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, do so. Do it now.
Mhm.
And you can also join us in the Games and Geekery Discord server. There's a link in the description below. And if you're super awesome and want to make sure that our audio quality improves, that we get some editors involved, maybe, then maybe you could also sign up on Patreon and show your support that way. In the meantime, no matter what role you play, have a good game.
Have a good